Hello. It's really... We've been engulfed in smoke since mid-May. This is definitely one of the worst nights for it. At least it doesn't... It's not the plasticky smelling smoke. It's just the normal smoke, but it's still really strong. So... Didn't get ML Landy. I think we were sitting at 20 to pity or something like that. I'm not too bothered about it. She didn't really seem that strong on us. I think she's a lot better as an attacker than as a defender. Either way, I don't really have the gear for it. We're up against Angel with 60... The Guild War ranking is 774. So, they are probably fairly strong? Maybe? I'm not so sure about that, to be honest. I'm looking at this and I'm not really impressed by it, but we'll see what we can do here. So I was reviewing my well, I always review the videos, of course, but I was looking at probably don't want to bring her. Probably gonna bring like. There's a few ways I could do this, you know. I could do the ML Pavel thing on that bottom lane for sure. But I don't necessarily... I guess I kind of need to bring Elena for the speed, right? So there's a few things I need to do here, but I can do it like this. I could bring... There's a few things I could definitely bring against that. I could do it this way as well. I could bring Pavel against her. There's a small chance Pavel doesn't actually kill her though, right? I think I should be more worried about counterattacks against that top lane though. So I'm thinking something like... I mean, I could tank that top lane down if I really... feel like it's necessary, I suppose. You could definitely try to tank that down, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, obviously I reviewed the videos, but it's like... I was thinking about specifically the last few Guild Wars. And... you know, trying to figure out like what I could have done better, you know, why I would lose beyond. I mean, of course they have stuff like the Alencia and not knowing about her rework or whatever it was, and you know, beyond stuff like that, I tried to figure out, you know, I do have other units I could use in any given circumstance that might have more effectiveness, right? So I think in certain cases, it's like probably draft issues more than anything, right? So thinking about this top lane here and what we could do to get rid of it, there's a few ways we could try to cheese this down. That's kind of an interesting top lane for sure. I definitely think there's a lot of potential in that one. We would use Shuri against her, basically. Now, the main complications with this is we could get counterattacked a whole lot, right? So that's certainly one of the possibilities that we face with that. The bottom lane is kind of like we're hoping that she doesn't have much in the way of effect resist. Right? So let's give her a shot. I do want to try some different things in this. These could still be very difficult Guild Wars, so. We don't really get to use Jacko that much, so may as well see how good she is. Well, you have to admit that was a lot of damage, huh? Instant stun. Not really amazing damage, but that was like over half of her health, so may as well finish her off. 14k. That's a lot less than the 20k, huh? Also 15% LMAO. Why was it so low? If he ignores their armor, the damage should always be the same, right? Unless there's something mitigating. Now, she didn't have escort during that. So... I'm confused by that. Was she using Proof of Valor? Or some, maybe another artifact? Oh yeah, also I was checking Crown of Glory. Crown of Glory has an AoE damage reduction on it. So that may have been why the one guy was using Crown of Glory when he had Billion. I still think it's a little bit of a waste. She might provide some kind of passive damage reduction too, I'm not sure. Beyond escort. But then again, Celine got hit for 20k, so... yeah. The Zahak is not really that fast. Nor is the Lilius for that matter. But they're not really the ones I was worried about. So it is kind of interesting that SBA gets about the same combat readiness, huh? It looked about the same. She is still ahead on the bar, so yeah. No, the Sermia was really squished. She would have died instantly to Powell for sure. The other thing you could do is bring Green Celine against this. And Zahak is probably good against her too. So I think there's a few ways it could go about that. Maybe just bringing Dark Corvus Rule, etc. And just doing it that way and just beating them down the slow and sure way. It's definitely the safest way, right? Like, I think when it comes to Guild Wars, safety is probably generally how you want to do things. I don't think Sermia is particularly bad against it, but Angel of Light would just have her silence for so long. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. This Conqueror Lilius has no gear. No, she does have gear. She didn't take that much damage. My Pavel's faster. No, she's 77. So that's... God, they're all so slow. What the fuck? We didn't armor break her. So either 15% or some other kind of shenanigans could be going on there. Okay, never mind. She's really squished. No, she's definitely not naked though. She's just really slow. Really slow. Turbo slow. Okay, the Landy has a little bit of speed on this one. Oh, see, this is what I was talking about. We did get silenced. Ah, slapper. Establish dominance. Tannin. Excellent. Best in show. May as well attack this one next. Have a shield. He's just gonna get silenced again. A little annoying, that's for sure. Do you think he'll catch up? I hope so. I'm hoping that he catches up. Well, they won't attack him anymore because he's invincible. But Angel of Light might have her ult up. There you go. That's what we wanted. You know, killing her might actually be a mistake, right? She's the one feeding us charge on his ult. It might take a long time to kill them as a result. I'm gonna auto combat this. I got a light to turn off and coffee to get. May as well let her have her abilities. How is she not dead yet? He's never been not silenced is what's happened here. I've got my coffee and everything. I guess I'll go back to Blender and figuring out how I'm gonna rig this hair model at this rate. Well, what's-her-face is about to die from the sheer damage. Through all the shields and everything. One day, she will die. Here it is. She has all these sacrifice. Why does she have all these sacrifice? Oh, she only has 14,000 health. What happened to her health? She's missing like 10,000. How does she have? Oh, it's all. It must be like triple effectiveness set. That's my guess. Just kill her, please. Thank you. Oh shit. It's the first group that might actually be dangerous. It's very possible that this group on the bottom could actually be dangerous. It's very possible. Let me think about how I'm gonna deal with that. I'm thinking a healthy dose of absolute mental retardation. Does that seem like it would be sufficient for you? The top lane looks like it could actually be annoying too. Like this will definitely be, at least compositionally, the strongest of the towers for sure. So I think for the top lane, what we're going to do is we're gonna need a bait for him. We're gonna need to bring Celine for sure. I mean, there might be. I mean, I might even be able to outspeed him, but even if I outspeed him, like, what am I gonna do about the rest of them, right? Like, I can't. I don't accomplish too much by outspeeding him. In this bottom lane, I'm literally gonna use Zeo against her, just to knock her down really far and silence her. That's the goal with that one. So it will be slightly unorthodox. You know, I think in this top lane, actually, Briarwitch Cesaria would be a good pick. Because Briarwitch Cesaria is going to take his initial hit. And then after that, the only one who's ever going to attack her is going to be Rule. So she should stay alive, at least for a little while. Though there is the possibility that they are slow or fast enough, rather, that they might kill. I can never find Rowanna since I put in her fucking awakening. This bottom lane is going to be some of the dumbest shit I have ever snorted. And the top lane is honestly pretty dumb too. Oh wow. That Ravi is like definitely using health boots. Or she's as naked as the rest of them. I guess we'll find out pretty fast here. Alright, well we're gonna work on her first, cause... Yeah. God damn it. That was my armor break and you took it from me. Oh, she only has 23k health. Her gear is just garbage. Okay. Wow. Squishy on top of him. I could have AoE'd this with, well, there's a few ways I could have tried to do it, but I think I'm gonna wait for my Zeo to have better gear, basically. Once I craft his neck, he's going to be like in insane gear, basically. The one out of the event is probably the one I'm gonna give him. It's gonna give him a boost of like 11 speed or something like that. It's gonna be crazy shit. She is almost assuredly dead. See, that's the shit you gotta watch out for, is the dual attack. That'll be what kills you easily. Wow, she is squish. But she's also invincible. We can stop her reviving, we can't stop her from making herself invincible. Come on now. Don't be like this. She actually has less health than mine does. That is really concerning. Because mine is counter. Isn't she? Isn't she counter? She's counter and she's slower. Well, my Destina is counter. I don't know if my rule is counter though. I don't remember. What? What is this? Is it a... I'm confused. I am definitely confused. I mean, the top lane's gear wasn't amazing, but it wasn't that much worse than the gear I have on those units. The bottom lane, though, it's just like the mid tower. It's like they think Conqueror Lilius is ROL or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm definitely confused by that. Definitely perplexed.